Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Petey Proudlock, and it is the player ratings from yesterday's 1-0 defeat against Everton last night at Goodison Park. I am still feeling quite deflated, just very annoyed with that still, to be honest, because that was a perfect opportunity to go down there and to go and grab another win. Considering Everton have been absolutely shocking all season, and I had that confidence and thought we were going to get that win down at Goodison Park. Well, look how wrong I was, wasn't I? Jesus Christ, man. I mean, we didn't take our chances. We switched off for their goal completely. And that really frustrated me. It all started off when ASM lost the ball very, very easily. And I'm really getting fed up with them losing the ball very easily now. He needs to work on that side of his game because a lot of teams are snuffing him out completely. And I'm also very annoyed that no one was tracking both Calvert-Lewin and Iwobi for the goal. And then Iwobi puts it in and Everton win the game 1-0. There was 40 minutes of stoppage time added in the game as well. And that was due to some absolute knobhead decided to tie himself to the post around his neck, all due to some protesting about about oil and things like that, etc. Different at a football match, man. Out on the street, fair enough, but not at a football match where you disrupt the game, and the game had to be halted for about 10 minutes or so. What the fucking hell, man? Jesus Christ. Of course, when I was on the watch along with John yesterday, and just seeing that happen, and just seeing the goal that Everton scored, we were just sick to the stomach after that. It could have been a perfect opportunity to go down there and to get the 3 points, because Everton have been shocking all season, absolute shite all season they have been. We just did take our chances, and we switched off completely for their goal, as I said before. My word. A lot of people thought that international break came at the wrong time. Maybe it's come at the right time now. Of course, the lads will be over in Dubai, and no doubt Eddie Howe will get those lads working completely. Absolutely no doubt about that. He certainly will be doing that because that's what he's been brought to do now as manager of this football club. And he will certainly be doing that, making sure the players are getting down to hard work during the international break before we take on Tottenham for when the international break is over. So, but yeah, just felt absolutely deflated yesterday. It just was. Some players did pretty well, but we know just some are just not good enough in this football side at all. Yep. Some can't come quick enough to get rid of a lot of this deadwood out. Really can't come quick enough at all then. Well, anyway, let's get into the player ratings now. So start off with goal, Martin Dubravka. Had a couple of second half was where he had to be called into action, particularly one which he managed to tip over the bar. Couldn't have done out about the goal because where was the defending for it? My word. But other than that, I thought Dubravka just does what he had to do a lot of the time, so I'm giving him a 6. Now I'm going to go into the back four. Now into the right back spot, Emil Kraft. I just don't rate the kid. I honestly don't. People will say, oh, but he's made slight improvements under Eddie Howe. In a way, yes, but yesterday what I saw him do in that game was he gave silly free kicks away, which he didn't even need to do. And he got yellow carded, and rightly so for it. And sometimes his decision making is just absolutely rubbish. He needs gone in the summer. Get rid completely. I'm glad he is rumoured to be one of the players to be leaving at the end of the summer. He's just not good enough at this football club. Emil Kraft, I'll give him a 4. Left back spot, Matt Targett. And I thought he had another really decent game. That is what we've missed in terms of having a left back in the club. The way he can bomb up and down the flanks like a left back can do. Get those crosses in the box, which he did do. A couple of times it was a little bit of a letdown, but other than that, he's really proved to be a really good loan signing for us, as I've said it so many times now. I think 50 million if we get him, that's an absolute bargain, an absolute steal completely. I'll give Matt Targett a 7. Now I'll go into the centre-back. So first of all, Fabian Schär. Very decent, but it was just right until the Everton goal where it was the moment of switching off completely. One of them should have been on Calvert-Lewin and the other one should have been on Iwobi. And we switched off at that moment completely. I'll give Fabian Schär a 6 because I thought he had a really decent game, but it was just that final part. And alongside him, Dan Burn, and again the same. Just really decent game, but again, just until the end where we switched off. Same thing as Fabian Schär. I'll give him a 6 as well. Now I'll go into the midfield role. So first of all, I'm going to go with Bruno. Again, I thought he had another really decent performance. Again, I must say, there was at times he played a really lovely ball through. And there you are. But I think you could say we did miss Shelvey in that game as well. That was the thing. I think we have missed Shelvey a bit as well in terms of his creativity as well. I think Bruno is going to get better at this football club, no doubt about that. He really, really will be. I'll give Bruno a 7. Next player in the midfield, and that was Joe Willock. And I thought a decent game, cup opportunity he should have taken there. I must say, I really think he should have, which was saved by Begovic. I think he should have looked to have gone for the far corner with that chance he had. But other than that, I thought it was another decent. He did really well. I thought he really did well there, Joe Willock, when he came back in. So I'll give him a 6. And the last player in the midfield roles, and that was Joe Linton. Great to see him back. Decent first half, but he really looked really knackered in the second half. I mean, he did miss the couple of games with that groin injury, and that's what we kind of have missed there from him. He kind of struggled in the second half, but he was really knackered. But did what he had to do, as always, there, Joe Linton. And so there you are. So I'll give him a 6 as well. Now, the attacking three up front. So, first of all, on the right-hand side, it was Miggy. I thought he was really one of our better players as well. I mean, I thought he really had a decent game, I thought, in terms of his pace going forward. But that's, I think, you're all going to get from Miggy at this moment of time. In terms of his pace going forward, it's just the final product is not there at times. I mean, there was he had a great opportunity to get into the box, and his crossing was terrible for that one. But do you know what? I thought he had a really decent game there, Miggy. But still, I think it's time to move him on in the summer still, I must admit, though. I was very surprised he kept his place in the start lineup, I must admit. I'll give Miggy a 7. Again, I thought, in terms of his pace going forward, I thought he did well, and a lot of people thought it was a little bit harsh for him to be taken off as well. So there you are. Left-hand side, and that was Ryan Fraser. I didn't think it was as good as what I have been seeing, but Fraser's just doing what he has been doing in terms of being in that side under Eddie Howe. We needed him back here for this game. We really did. But I just not as good as what I have been seeing him from him previously, I must admit. So there you are. I'll give him Ryan Fraser a 6. And now up front in the middle, and that was Chris Wood. And that was absolutely dreadful yesterday from Chris Wood. He had an opportunity from a header, and how did he miss the target? I said, was his head made of jelly yesterday? What was going wrong? His touch was terrible. His decision making at times was just awful yesterday. Absolutely horrendous. Sounds like we're really crying for Callum Wilson to be back soon. Hope he got to get it right next game, Chris Wood. That was just abysmal from him yesterday. It really, really was. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Chris Wood, he gets a 2. That was terrible yesterday. It really, really was. Now, the substitutions. So, first of all, I'm going to go with ASM. And again, he should have... He got beat off the ball far too easily for Everton's goal to the build-up for the goal. Needs that to stop that now. He's getting beat far too easy because they're really snuffing him out now. They really are. And he needs to cut this going down too easily and complain to the referee as well. I had a comment on my quick thoughts yesterday saying that ASM does not do well when he's a substitute. We should have had him in the first team. Maybe that's I kind of agree with that. I must admit, I really think I kind of agree with that. Maybe he should be starting, because you never know. We could have maybe created something and maybe taken an opportunity against Everton if he was starting, possibly. But I'm going to give ASM a 4 because it was just that moment where he was beaten off the ball far too easily. The other substitutes were Jacob Murphy and Javier Manquillo, but they're not on for an awful lot of time, so I'm not going to mark them. I'll go into the manager, Eddie Howe. Again, it was the lineup we kind of expected a bit in a way. But, yeah. That's the thing. Should have looked got those players up for that game yesterday. Make sure we took an opportunity. So I'm going to give Eddie Howe a 5 for yesterday. Let me know in the comment section. Do you agree with the ratings that I've gone with? Again, I still feel pretty deflated there from it, I must admit. But there you are. Nothing we can do. International break. And hopefully Eddie gets down to work with the lads during the international break before Spurs. So there you are. Catch me tonight, 8 o'clock for PD's Football Live show. Come and join the show. Have your say about the game, and I'm sure we'll be talking a lot of more things football related as well. So do keep an eye out for that coming tonight, definitely tonight at 8 o'clock. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to give this video a like. Drop your comments in as well. And please, if you haven't checked me out before, please hit that subscribe button. And I shall catch you all tonight. Take care. That was sick yesterday. Hard, absolutely. Oh, but anyways, there you are. But anyways, see you all tonight at 8 p.m.